dudes, it's Demi, and today is the opening day of Epcot's newest restaurant experience, Space 220. Space 220 is a out-of-this-world restaurant. You're gonna get in a rocket ship and go 220 miles up into space for some food. This is located in Epcot in Future World, literally attached to Mission Space. I'm gonna show you what's going on. We're gonna get a bunch of food, a couple of drinks, and I'll show you the entire experience and let you see if it's worth it to come here, because it already ran out of reservations on the first day it opened. But I'll talk to you all about it, but let's just get into it. Let's go get into some hijinks. So it's opening day, and this first week of Space 220, they are not taking reservations. It is walk-ups only. The park doesn't technically open to 11. The restaurant doesn't technically open until 11:30. I actually flew from New York at 6 a.m. this morning, came straight to the park, got here about 9:30, and I was toward the front, and it is about 11:30, so the restaurant's about to open, and it looks like I will be one of the first group let in. And it's just, if you're coming this first week, just come at 9:30. I mean, the fact is, it is crazy though. If you're not into crowds and you don't want to be pushed and shoved like I did to get here, then don't come. Unfortunately, it's literally the first day of reservations opened, and there are no reservations at all for this restaurant. So if you really want to come to this restaurant, you need to make it a priority, and you need to be here at 9:30. It's 11:54. They're finally letting people in. Hopefully we get in pretty soon. Space 220 is directly next to Mission Space in Future World, and it is a big space immersive experience. We're going to actually travel up 220 miles up, and we're gonna be in space, and we're gonna see daytime and nighttime views of Earth. So we're gonna wait in the lobby until we're ready to go up into space. This is already looking so cool. And don't worry, there's lots of seating to wait until your space ride is ready. So they take your name outside and they call your name and they give you your boarding pass. Look how cool this is. And you have to bring this with you to get onto your next flight into space. This is very exciting. Oh my gosh. We're going to space, guys. We're going to space. Epcot Station. This is Tartare. 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
You're riding aboard the Mark V Stellarator, the latest in space elevator design and technology. Today, you'll have a spectacular view of Florida and the Eastern Seaboard. Enjoy the ride. I'll be back in a bit with arrival information. Once we dock, gather your belongings and exit through the open-air lock. A Space 220 agent will be waiting for you.
SB1 cleared for gravity generator active. Airlock activated.
We just got off our rocket and we have made it 220 miles up into space. We are now on the Centauri space station. This is where Space 220 is located. I thought that rocket ship ride was absolutely so cool. Ooh! And I guess this is, like, you can see some cabbage. I guess this is and some other greens. This is for the restaurant. And we're gonna keep walking. Hi! Thank you so much! Thank you, I'm so happy to be here. This is awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable. Oh my gosh. There is not a drop of daylight in here. This looks so cool. Oh my gosh, let's explore. Here is our table. It's on booth right next to the window where you can see space, and our server, or host rather, said to keep looking out into space because you'll see different things like astronauts. Oh, there's one or two or something. And it's always gonna keep changing. This is unreal. There's not a lick of sunlight in here.
It's a cash
It feels absolutely totally immersive. I'm trying to cut down on the glare, but like this is so cool to be able to sit at the window and see all like the things coming by every so often. Like you never know what you're gonna see. This is just unreal. I want to quickly show you this silverware. It almost looked like plastic, but it's real, and it's just very cool looking. Everything is very dark to go with the theme, and we have a great view of space. Here is the menu. Normally you're gonna do a QR code menu. You're gonna scan your camera and you'll get the menu. They were able to give me a paper menu so that you guys could see it a little bit better. So like I said, this is a prefix menu, and for lunch it is $55 for adults, and it is $79 for adults for dinner, and $29 for kids, and that is for both lunch and dinner. So since this is a prefix menu, here are the lift-off. These are the appetizers. They have a burrata, they have calamari, they have a fried cauliflower, they have tuna tartare, Caesar salad, regular kind of salad, and quinoa salad with lentils. Those are your appetizers. Then you have your star course, which is your main course. Lunch and dinner menus are very, very different. This is the lunch menu. The only thing that's the same on the dinner menu is the terra bolognese. But here at lunch you can get tuna, salmon, a burger, a Flatiron Steak, chicken, baked macaroni. It's macaroni. Why? Is that normally spelled like that? No. And the bolognese again. And then if you want to do for extra, you can do the lobster. And you can add sides for additional cost. There are a lot of drinks here. The atmospheric spirits. Our waiter suggested the planetary punch or the Stargarita. Those were his favorites so far. They even have mocktails, and 2 of them come in a signature cup. And if you get any 3 of those mocktails, you can actually get a collectible Space 220 card. Oh my Lanta, our drinks just came. This purple bubbly drink is called the Planetary Punch. This is Bacardi Silver, Malibu, Blue Curacao, Guava, and Coconut, and it is bubbling away. It looks so cool. This is one of the mocktails. This is called the Moon Rocks, and it comes with Pop Rocks. It's coconut, blue cotton candy syrup, lemonade, moon dust, and moon rocks. Looks so cool. It was supposed to come in a souvenir glass. Doesn't seem like it happened here, so we'll check with the waiter and we'll get back to you on this. So our server just told me that the bubbling effect comes from a drinkable dry ice that they actually make in-house here. There's like a whole machine in the back, so I think that's super cool. I'm ready to try this Planetary Punch. Here we go. So this is very sweet between the coconut and the Malibu. This isn't personally my favorite, but there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just not really into sweet drinks. I think this has a lot of great flavors in it. It's very refreshing. I mean, the way that it came is absolutely so cool. But it's not something I would probably return to, but I'm not into sweet drinks. But if you like your cocktails a little on the sweeter side, you're definitely going to enjoy this. It is a great drink. It's just not, I should have realized that I should have got something a little more less sweet, but it sounded pretty cool as described by our waiter, so I'm glad I did it anyway, and I always want to try a bunch of new stuff, so cheers. All right, we need to pour in our Pop Rocks into our mocktail, the Moon Rocks drink. If you're not familiar what Pop Rocks are, I don't know if like people still know what this is. It's basically like little hard candy starts popping, and I'm really excited to see it and taste it in this drink. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. It just splattered everywhere. We just asked our server, was that supposed to happen? Because it's like the biggest mess I've ever seen at a restaurant. She's like, yeah. Oh my gosh, it is popping like crazy. We gotta try it before it stops popping. So if you don't want it to explode at that capacity, just pour a little at a time. Honestly, that was so much fun. I'm having such a great time already. All right, now I gotta try it with the Pop Rocks in it. Let's do it. I have to mix that up. If you can see, it's kind of all layered. So I'm gonna mix it up a little and try it again because it was just all syrup on the top. Round 2. Again, super sugary, but I love the Pop Rocks in it. Make sure you drink it as quick as you can before it starts to stop popping. I thought that was it was very sweet, but it is a mocktail, so it's of course very sweet, and that's a blue curacao in it because it's not a Disney drink if there's some blue curacao. But I think kids and non-alcoholic drinkers are gonna absolutely love it. Our liftoffs have arrived. These are their appetizers. On my left is the Big Bang burrata, and it's mozzarella and tomato with arugula, artichoke heart, and sunflower seeds. And then on my right is the Tuna tartare. It's yellowfin tuna, yuzu ginger miso, soy, avocado, radish, apple, and sesame crackers. They look so great. I can't wait to dig in. All right, let's try this burrata. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. All right, I'm gonna try a bit of everything. The cheese is so good, so full of like flavor with that tomato sauce on it, and I really like the artichoke heart. I don't normally eat artichoke, and I don't know why, because that's really delicious. There's like a lot of oil on the arugula. That would be my only complaint, that there's just like a little too much oil. But actually this is really tasty. I think the sauce with the mozzarella is very good. Is it the best burrata I ever had? No, but I get really good burrata sometimes. But I think it's very tasty. I would definitely get this again. I put this on a recommend. Time for my tuna tartare. I'm not really sure I'm gonna attack this, so meh. There we go. Ooh, looks so good. So I decided to pile everything on the sesame seed cracker. Here we go. Tastes super fresh. You can definitely taste that soy sauce. The seasoning on it is very delicious. Overall, it's literally just like tuna and avocado. Like if you just think of just like sushi, tuna and avocado, it's basically the same thing. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just kind of okay. It seemed like the most kind of coolest thing on the menu, so I definitely wanted to try it. Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Definitely getting a lot of that soy sauce, but I don't know. It's if you eat a lot of sushi, like I eat a lot of sushi and poke bowls, this kind of just tastes like something I eat every day. So it's not anything like too wow for me. But maybe if you wanted to try sushi, this may be the place to kind of dip your toe in, because it's kind of similar. If you get this, let me know what you think of it. But for me personally, I probably wouldn't return to it because it's something that I kind of can get all the time. Our entrees have arrived. First on my left is the Flatiron Steak, and it's coffee space rub steak, smashed fingerling potatoes, Cabernet butter, and haricot vert. I don't know what haricot vert is, but it smells delicious. It looks great. Then on my right, we have the Blue House salmon. It comes with glazed carrots, king oyster mushrooms, baby bok choy, ginger, and beurre blanc sauce. I'm gonna try the steak first. I took a cut in the middle. I ordered it medium. Looks perfect. Oh, I like that. I really like the coffee rub. I'm a huge fan of coffee rub, and this is Space coffee rub. I personally would like the steak to be a little bit saltier. The rub itself is really good, but once you get toward the center of the cut, it's just kind of okay. It's like it's a regular steak. There's nothing wrong with it. I just wish they had a little more salt to it, a little more flavor. The sauce that it comes with is kind of like a brown gravy sauce. Pretty good. It could be the deglaze of the steak itself being cooked. But yeah, I mean, no, it's not the best steak I had at Disney or in the world, but there's nothing really wrong with it. My server recommended this. I love the rub on there. I think coffee rub is really delicious. It was cooked absolutely perfectly. I just wish it had just like a little more flavor within the center of the cut, but overall it's not a bad steak, and steak is really expensive in Disney World. So if you really want a steak, this could be a good value. If you're already paying that $55 or $79 value, this could be a really good option for you if you're a steak fan. And like I said, that coffee rub is really delicious on it. So if you get this, let me know in the comments what you think of it. Gotta try the potatoes too. Oh, those are good. Those just like exploded in my mouth, and it's salty and buttery. That is absolutely delicious. It also comes with, not asparagus, green beans. My brain just died. Yep, they're good. They're definitely green beans. They're cooked great. Just pretty basic, nothing like crazy on them. Just kind of just general salt seasoning on there. Overall, the dish is very good. It's not the best steak dish I've had in the world, but for a $55 experience in this space, I think that in this space, I think it's a good steak considering the value of it. Because I'm telling you, steak in Disney is very expensive. So I think it's a good value. Because remember, you can order the chicken, and so you're paying already that $55. So you're paying $55 for chicken or for steak. But let's try that salmon. So here's that salmon plate again. I actually learned to eat salmon in Disney World over at Appetizers in Epcot, which is the normal and regular times princess dining in Norway. So I'm excited to get some salmon. There's like a real smokiness in that salmon. I've never had anything like that. Like you can really taste smoke in my mouth. All I can taste is smoke in my mouth. I'm just gonna try this sauce on its own. I really like that sauce. It's definitely a white wine based tangy sauce. That is really delicious. I'm actually feeling like some tingling in my tongue from the smokiness. It's interesting. It's definitely something I've never had. I don't know if I like it though. It kind of feels like I just smoked a cigarette in my mouth. I'm gonna take a second and then try it again and see if there's a change. Yeah, I tried it a couple of times. I am not into the smoky flavor. It is just leaving this kind of gross taste in my mouth, which is too bad because I really have grown to really love salmon. I eat it all the time. I really love the salmon over at Yak and Yeti in Animal Kingdom. The person I'm with today is not a fan of this. If you like that smokiness, you will probably enjoy it, but I really don't like it. It's a very potent flavor, and it leaves a taste in my mouth that I'm not here for. So for me, I wouldn't return to the salmon. But yeah, that definitely was a surprise. Definitely very unique, I will say. Okay, but let's finish up the plate. There's some bok choy, there's that mushroom, there's that carrot. Let's try it all. So I found out it's hickory smoked, so it's kind of like almost like barbecue, and you can smoke those like hickory chips. So it's just like not for me. I wasn't into it. My friend I'm with wasn't into it, but maybe you will be. So like, let me know what happens. But the whole plate should have the smokiness on it. So let's see if the bok choy is good. I actually really like the bok choy. Still a lot of oil on it, just kind of like the arugula before, but very tasty. And the smokiness isn't like that harsh on it. I still have that little bit of an aftertaste, but it's not too harsh. So I don't know. It's, again, this whole dish itself is it's very smoky, and I wasn't aware of that going into it. Let's try the mushroom. Ooh, that is delicious. That is really good. That has been the best thing I've eaten so far on this plate. Again, it does leave that smoky residue, but I thought that really good texture, really good flavor outside the smokiness. I thought that was delicious. And now let's try carrot. Great, cooked perfectly. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Again, just the smokiness, but again, you may like this. This was just not for me. And yeah, I mean, it's a very unique dish. It comes really cool in the dome, which is where I was smoking. Maybe they just used like a little too much lighter fluid or something today, but overall, it's just not something I'm going to return to. If you get this, let me know how the smokiness affected you, and if is the kind of how if you had the kind of same experience I did, or maybe the way that it came out for you was a little bit better. And just let me know it all in the comments. Okay, so as I said before, there is no dessert with lunch. It does not come with dessert. You cannot add on a dessert. Because today is opening day, we were able to ask if we could add on a dessert because we are doing this for our platforms. I'm with my friend Disney for Foodies. If you follow her on Instagram, she's got all the food, all the stuff, and so they let us purchase a dessert item. So we're not getting comp this, we are purchasing it, and you're still gonna get my honest opinion like always, but this is not a normal thing. But if you are here for dinner, this is one of the options, and we ended up getting the chocolate cheesecake. So again, if you're here for dinner, this is a dessert option. This is the chocolate cheesecake. It's whipped chocolate ganache, chocolate sauce, white chocolate crunchy pearls, cookie crumbs, and dark chocolate shards. It is the most chocolatiest thing I have smelt in a long time. Let's dig in. Ooh, that looks good. All right, let's do this. So chocolatey, but I actually like it. You gotta be into chocolate. I really love the little crumbles on top. I think that's absolutely so, that makes it, that texture is so good with it. The cheesecake itself is pretty decent chocolate cheesecake. I really like the ganache on top, gives it a really good flavor. But again, this is incredibly chocolatey. But you gotta see those little crumbs. That really breaks up that, because they're both very soft textures. It's cheesecake and ganache on top, so it really makes it. Overall, a very good chocolate cheesecake. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. So if you are interested in doing the full menu that includes dessert, that is for dinner only. That starts after 4 p.m. But if you come before 4, you cannot get dessert. So again, we're paying for this. This is still my full real opinion. They didn't comp us. We're paying for it. They just let us get it because we want to share it with you guys since it is the first day. Is it the best cheesecake in the world? No, the best cheesecake in the world is Junior's Cheesecake. But it is a very good cheesecake. I think I would still pick the lunch over the dinner because it's $24 for dessert extra. So I would probably just get something around the park afterwards. I think lunch is definitely the better value, especially if you're gonna get something like the steak. But overall, not bad. I thought it was not bad at all. Okay, to be clear between the difference of dinner and lunch, because the dinner menu is almost completely different, that's why it's a higher price and includes dessert. So I guess check out the menu and see which menu looks better to you. The food itself I thought was just, I wasn't blown away by it, but I thought everything was very good. I just wasn't a fan of that salmon. I thought it was very tasty. This whole experience is very cool. So it kind of depends on what you want to do, what kind of experience you want. So definitely check out both menus and see what works for you. Before we leave, I just want to quickly mention in the back corner by the bar is the restrooms, and it's actually just a restroom, but apparently every now and then you hear some announcements in there. Obviously I'm not going to film in the restroom, but don't get too excited about the restroom. It's not like some cool Tangle themed, space themed restaurant. I say Tangle because I think of the Tangle bathrooms, but let's now head back down to Earth. That's so cool. You can see where the rocket ship is right now. It's on Earth, and then it goes, you can see its progression to the space station. That is awesome.
Make your way right around the circle.
Roger 220. Running systems check. Energy grid, go. Drive system,
Now, do you
go.
want to let
SV2, you are cleared for departure. Initiating descent in 3, 2, 1.
Your journey back to Epcot will be a smooth and quick one today. So enjoy the ride.
What do you mean by screen? That's glass.
or no, I turned back to Earth's atmosphere.
as we were leaving, I met Kimby. Hi, Kimby. I'll put her stuff all down in the description, but she was able to get the same drink that we paid the same amount of money for as the kids' meal that comes in the cool Space 220 cup. So I don't know why we didn't get one, but at least she did, and she got the trader cards.
I had all the cast members confused of what was allowed.
Yeah, I think opening day everyone was confused of what was allowed or not, but I'm glad you got one. They are very cool, and thank you for letting me show everybody, Kimberly. Well, my dudes, that was Space 220 here at Epcot. I thought this was an actually fantastic experience. We had an amazing server. I love the rocket ship going up and especially going down and seeing Epcot. I think the entire restaurant itself is so cool and so immersive. The food is not the best in the world, but it's also not bad. Someone just screamed, it's awesome! I think I would definitely come back here. I think this is definitely like at least a once in a lifetime experience thing. I thought it was absolutely so cool, but let me know what you thought in the comments. Yeah, for me, I didn't think the salmon was great. I thought if you got the steak, it's definitely a better value. I think lunch is probably better value if you're looking for more of the experience versus food options, but definitely take a look at the menu before you come to see the difference between lunch and dinner. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit your bell notification so you don't miss anything that comes on this channel, and follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get into some hijinks very, very soon. Bye-bye.